Hello again, everybody. This is your squadron leader, Mr. Everything, coming at you with another squadron update. And this one is for the 1st of September of 2015. And this is a War Thunder update for our Squadron 807. And I want you to know what the status of the squadron is. That's what this update's all about. It's like what's going on in the squadron, what's happening, what you need to be aware of, any upcoming news, things like that. And I should be doing one of these every month. So thank you for coming out and checking out these updates and staying apprised of what your squadron is doing. So let's get into it. Now, this is not. I apologize. I'm going to apologize ahead of time that this is not going to be a pleasant update. This update is actually, I had to think about whether or not I wanted to do this update because I like to stay positive all the time. That's me. I'm positive all the time. But this has been weighing on me for the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to have to kind of share this with you guys so that you guys can understand where I'm coming from. So if you see any major changes in the squadron, you understand what's going on. And if you don't understand what's going on, maybe you didn't watch this video, or maybe you aren't going to the website, maybe you're not reading the forums, maybe you're not participating in any of our squadron training. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Why did you join our squadron, right? You join a squadron in, let me rephrase that. Let me back up. You join a guild, a clan, a club, a fraternity, a squadron, an organization, whatever you want to call it. You join a unit, you join one of these groups so that you don't have to play by yourself. That's the bottom line, right? You want to join a group of guys or gals that you can get along with. That's number one importance. You got to be able to get along with them. You expect something in return. Doesn't have to be a whole lot, but you do expect something, like maybe training, maybe team play, maybe you just want to have somebody to talk to while you're playing, something like that, right? Okay, so you join because you want something in return. That's the idea. That's the concept of joining a squadron, right? Okay. So here's the issue that I've got. And I'm putting this issue out so that everybody knows where I'm coming from. We're not playing as a team. There's only a couple of people that have gone out of their way to team up with Mr. Everything. I will tell you right now, I play War Thunder, or have, okay, over the last month, and I'm going to use this as an example. Over the last month, I've played at least 3 hours a day. At least. Some days, I will have played 5 or 6 hours. But I've never, any day, Monday through, or Sunday through Saturday, at least 3 hours a day. Okay. Over the last month, and I'm going to use August as the example, how many of our squadron has teamed up with me? If you're watching this video and you have not teamed up with me over this last month, then you know you're on that list. How many of you have not teamed up with me? Okay. Now, I understand that there's going to be people in the squadron that don't play as much as me. Okay, I understand that. Or I know that there's going to be people that play at different hours that I play. I understand that too. And I understand that people might be intimidated to play with the squadron leader. Sure, I understand that. I understand there's a lot of psychological reasons where you might not want to fly with me, and I understand that there's well, first of all, if you don't like me, or if you don't like what I'm having to say to you, or if you don't like listening to my commands in the middle of a match because you feel like, boy, Mr. Everything, he's all bossy or whatever. Okay, then leave the squadron. Just go. Get out of my squadron. If you don't like me, this is the most important thing. If you don't like me, and I haven't heard anybody say that. Don't get me wrong. I'm just thinking out loud. I'm thinking the worst. If you don't like me, leave the squadron. If there are other people in the squadron that you don't get along with, leave the squadron. If there's one person in the squadron that you feel that a lot of people are having problems with, and that's why you're not logging in, that's your way of coping, let me know. Because I don't want one bad apple in the squadron to keep the rest of the squadron from having a good time. Okay? I haven't heard any of that. I haven't heard that I'm the bad apple. I haven't heard any of this. It's like my mind is working overtime. The reason why I say that is I've only flown with like 3 people in the month of August. I've had my voice chat on. I've been ready to accept invites. I've been flying like 3 hours a day. Every now and then I'll see somebody from the squadron log in and they'll immediately go into a match. I'll try to communicate with them through chat. I will get no response. And then probably a couple of matches later, they'll have logged out. Okay, I can relate with that. Like someone's trying to just log in, play a couple of matches and go back to work, or log in at lunch, play and go, or maybe they're just getting ready to go to bed. They want to log in and play and go to bed or whatever. Why don't you log in, say hi, hey, Mr. Everything, what you doing? I'm just going to play a match and then I got to go to bed. That would be so much better than being completely silent, not saying anything to me, not turning your voice chat on so you can't hear me, and not responding to my chats, and then bailing on us. Okay? I'm also in TeamSpeak. So if you would log into our TeamSpeak every now and then, you will see me in there. I understand our squadron is brand new. We've only yet begun on June 27th. That was the day that the squadron was formed. June 27th. I know this for a fact because guess what? That's my birthday. Okay. It's my birthday. Okay, sorry. I formed the squadron on my birthday, and I mean, it just happened to work out that way, believe it or not. It wasn't intentional. It was not intentional. It just worked out that way. I've been playing War Thunder for years, but I felt like it was time to make a squadron and get some team play going. Okay. That's our team play chapter. We're not getting team play in. And all I'm asking for is for guys to get together and play. Now, if you don't like to play realistic, you want to play arcade, talk me into it. Maybe I'll play some arcade with you once in a while. Realistic should be our focus. Realistic matches should be the focus. You should be proficient and understanding your planes and how they fly in realistic. You should have a plane at each battle rating that you know how to fly and in realistic, because in arcade they don't fly the same way. Okay. But if you want to talk me into flying in an arcade match or something, I don't mind doing that because you get tons of lions and tons of experience when you play arcade. It's the realistic is just more realistic, more fun. Okay, that's just in my opinion. Okay, when we do squadron matches, they're not going to be arcade squadron matches. They're going to be realistic squadron matches. So, okay, enough of that. Now there will be consequences. Okay, now we're getting into my heavy-hearted part of this. I'm not going to have a squadron full of 20 plus people and only 2 or 3 of them team up with me. I would rather have a squadron of 5 people and we're all super tight and we fly together all the time and we know what each other's going to say and how we're going to turn and what we're going to do and fly. I'd rather have that than to have 100 people in the squadron and none of them ever fly with me. Okay. I'm going to say, let that be a warning. That's a warning. This video on the 1st of September is a warning to the guys that are in my squadron that have never flown with me. I'm not going to bust anybody's names out. I'm not going to bring out a roster and list off these names. But there are some of you that have joined the squadron because you thought it was cool and have never, ever flown with me. June 27th, July 27th, August 27th. It's 2 months. July 27th. All right, now, okay, some of these guys, I'm looking at the list right now. I've got a roster, and I see some guys joined in August. And if you joined in August, like this guy that joined August 30th, guess what? He did fly with me by accident. We weren't in a team. We joined a match, and then we were both in the same match. That's kind of unacceptable to me. I mean, and it's also kind of unacceptable that he didn't fly with me. It was like he joined the squadron because he thought it was cool. He even advertised that it was cool because in the match he even said, hey, I really like the squadron, it's cool. How does he know? He hasn't really flown with any of us. But he said that, which is okay. But then he flew off in this direction when I stated we were flying off in this direction. I have a problem with that. If you're a loner or a lone wolf, get out of my squadron. You're not wanted. I think that might have just been he didn't know what was going on, and I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But that's one reason why I'm putting out this video. The next part of it is, if you don't like flying as a team, you like flying as a single person, but you want to be part of a squadron, go find a squadron that accepts lone wolves, because we don't accept lone wolves. If you're going to be in the squadron, you need to participate with the squadron. And you need to team up with other squadron members. Okay, that's going to bring us to the next topic. We have a website, okay? 807.engine.com. You know where it is. Go to it. Register on it. Frequent it. I would like you to attend the website at least once a week. Not once a day like me. I go to the website every day. It's like I turn my computer on, I go do whatever I'm going to do, and then I click on the website, check out if there's any messages or news or anything, and then leave. It only takes like 2 minutes to check the website, see if anybody's posted anything. That's all I'm asking you to do, is just log into the website, check it out. Nothing's happening that interests you, then leave the website. No big deal, log out. Takes 2 seconds. When you do that, the date that you've last visited the website pops up on my screen. I'm looking at my admin screen right now. There are some of you that haven't been to the website since July. Unacceptable. I'm just going to look at one person. July 22nd. Okay. August 22nd. It's been over a month and a half, right? Okay, month and a week. So, what the hell? So what you're saying is you don't care about what's going on in the squadron. You just don't even give a shit. You just don't give a fuck, okay? And if that's the case, get the fuck out of the squadron. That's what I'm saying. I don't mean to be a dick, and I don't mean to be, and I understand we're new and we're small, right? We're a small squadron. And you might say to yourself, Mr. Everything, we're small. We need members. So don't tell people to leave. You know, we need them. We don't need those fuckers. If you're not, and look at me, I'm cussing like a Russian racehorse. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean. I mean to tell you that this squadron is serious. If you want to be a part of the squadron, awesome. I want you to be part of the squadron, and I want you to participate with us. I want you to enjoy it. If you don't, or you don't care, get out. If you don't think we are what you're looking for, I understand that. That's okay. Leave. Okay? Just get the shit out of my squadron. If the squadron gets down to 2 people, me and emergency override, I'm okay with that. You know, I hate to see all you leave. I hate to see all you leave. But if you want to leave because you're not getting what you want out of the squadron, or if we're being too bossy, or if we're being too demanding on you, and you decide to leave, okay. Bye. If you want to stay and work at being in the squadron and participating in the squadron, I love you. Stay with us. Okay? Now, okay. So the reason why I say go to the website, and this is really what sparked this whole conversation that I'm having with you guys. I'm gonna try to shorten this video because I'm almost done. What sparked I've had 2 trainings each week for the last month to teach something that would take about 15 minutes of our time. Just something simple. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to start with something a little simple, basic concepts, then go on to something a little bit more complex, and then get into strategies and tactics. So what we were going to teach was simple formations flying, and not just let's get into a victory V or whatever. That's not an effective combat formation. I was going to teach some effective combat formations. How many people have attended my classes? 0. Unacceptable. This, okay, are the times at the wrong time for you to attend? Do you not know when the classes are? Do you not care when the classes are? Are they you're unable to attend because you work, you're in school, you're asleep at those times, or you are from Moon or Mars or whatever, and you don't know and you can't? Okay. Tell me I can't attend that time. That time is in the middle of my work schedule or something, and then I would be glad to switch it or make some kind of adjustment. No one has mentioned anything to me. So what that is telling me is you guys don't give a shit. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing nothing, and nothing tells me we don't give a shit. When you're Mr. Everything, you can have training whenever you want. We're not going to attend. It doesn't matter when you're going to have it. Okay, that's the people. Now, the other thing I'm thinking is you don't know that I'm having training. And the reason why I say that is because, remember that guy that hasn't been in the website since July 22nd? He probably did not know that I was having training all through August. How could he? He's never been to the website. Okay. So Okay. All right. Last but not least, last thing, and this is kind of actually news, not me just bitching. Okay. Restructuring of the unit, right? I want to let you know that we've got like 20 plus people registered on the engine website. We have 20 plus people registered on the engine website. We have 15 people registered in game. Now I look at the in-game roster as the actual roster. And I look at the engine roster as people that are active and they care about what's going on in the game. And they want to know what our squadron's doing. I want those names to be the same. If you are in the game as, I'm just going to use an example, My Ninjas, right? Okay, Officer My Ninjas, Flying Officer My Ninjas, one of our flight leaders, is, or section leaders, is in the game, and he's in our squadron. But he's also in engine under, guess what? His name is My Ninjas. They're the same. Make it the same. Engine, you can change your name at any time to anything you want. Okay? So there's no, now in War Thunder, it's a little more difficult. You got to pay Lions or Gold or something like that, Golden Eagles, to switch your name. So I'm not asking you to do that. And that's unfair for you. But there's no reason why you can't change your name in engine to match your War Thunder name. There is only one reason why you would not want to do that. If you're in another guild. If you're in another guild, I don't know, Minecraft or World of Warcraft or whatever you're in, right? And you're under the name like Paladin 1 in Warcraft, or let's say, right? And you've joined an engine guild in Warcraft, and you named yourself Paladin 1. But in War Thunder, you couldn't pick Paladin 1 because that name was taken. So you named yourself Wizard 1. And so I'm just using this as an example. So I would understand why you didn't want to change your name from Paladin 1 to Wizard 1 on engine, because you got other friends that know you as Paladin 1. But if you're not in another guild, there's no reason why they should be different. This is a violation of our code of conduct. Not being registered in both systems, violation of our code of conduct. Not attending the website once a week, violation of our code of conduct. Not attending training, violation of our code of conduct. And this is why I'm freaked out, because we've got all these violations of the code of conduct that is like, what the hell is going on? You know, like why? And the training thing I could almost get away with because, you know, maybe you couldn't attend. But you should at least know about it. You should at least be on the website at least once a week. You should at least send me a message saying, hey, dude, man, you got to change it. That's okay. Okay, so the restructuring. Okay, let me get back to the restructuring. I'm sorry, I get distracted. I'm re-emphasizing or re-saying the same things over and over because I want you to realize how important it is to me. Restructure. I'm going to give people 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. If you have not played with me in the next 2 weeks, at any point, you are gone. You are kicked from the squadron. It's coming. If you don't play with me, you're kicked from the squadron. I don't care. If you drop me a message saying, hey, I'm deployed, I'm in Afghanistan, I don't have internet access, I can't play with you guys. Okay, cool. You know, whatever. I support you 100%. I understand. Give me a good reason that you can't play with me. That's totally cool reason. No problem. So what I'm saying is play with me or Tell me why you can't play with me. One match is all I'm asking. One frickin' match. Arcade, realistic, whatever. Doesn't matter. Battle rating 1. I don't care. One match. If you can't do one match in 2 weeks, you're gone. If you're not on the website, maybe you don't watch YouTube. So maybe you're not going to see this message. So if you're not on our website and you're not on YouTube watching this message, you might not know this. So after 2 weeks, you get kicked. And you're like, Mr. Everything, why'd you kick me? I'm such a good guy. Why'd you kick me? I'll let you back in. I will let you back in. That's not a problem. So don't panic. But you'll be on my radar. Let's just say that. You'll have a check by your name when you come back. And I will explain to you why, because when you come back and say, Mr. Everything, you kicked me, why'd you kick me? I will explain to you why I kicked you. I'll direct you probably to this video and say, this is why I kicked you. And we'll accept you back. That's not a problem because I don't hold anything against. Right now, as of right now, I don't have problems with anybody that I've spoke to. I haven't spoke to everybody. If you're just joining a squadron so that when you're flying around in the game that you can have the 807th tag by your name so that you can say, hey man, I'm in a squadron, I'm the most awesome person. That's not good enough for me. We don't accept just scrubs in the squadron just so that they can have a name. No. You'll be gone. So I'm giving people 2 weeks. The 14th. 1-4. If you have not flown with me by the 15th, you're gone. You'll be gone. You will be axed to leave. No, you'll be booted, banned, kicked, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so anticipate our squadron dropping down to about a dozen, or half a dozen people, right? Like 6 people. And, or we're going to get a little bit more activity on the squadron. You're either going to start playing with the squadron. Okay. Now I do also, okay, now I'm gonna say something kind of positive. Like, it's not really positive, but it's an understanding. We've got people from all over the world. We've got a guy that's actually living in India. We've got a guy living in the UK. We got a guy from we got a guy in Australia. We got a guy in the United States. Canada. We got guys all over, okay? So if the guy in India can fly with me, if the guy in the UK can fly with me, if the guy in Canada and US can all fly with me, you have no excuse. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you don't have a mic, okay, this is a totally different subject. If you don't have a microphone, you can still fly with me. I'm not going to be anal about it and say, oh my gosh, you don't have a mic, man. You're a dick. No. Fly with me. Have fun. Type, chat, whatever. Turn your voice chat on and listen to what I'm saying. You don't have to say anything. Just listen. You don't have to have a microphone. It'll come through your game. Just turn your voice chat on. It's that simple. It doesn't slow your game down. It doesn't impact your ping or anything. Believe me, it doesn't. Okay. Restructuring. I keep jumping around that. You guys are firing me up. I'm telling you. You guys have fired me up like a lot. Okay. So here we go. Restructuring. This is not a guarantee. This is not set in stone. This is not a absolute, this is what's going to happen. But I feel like the squadron should be a U.S. squadron. It should be a U.S. Navy. naval air squadron, like Corsairs and Bearcats and Wildcats and Avengers and Dauntless Dive Bombers and things like that. Okay, that's the kind of squadron I think we should be. But on the other hand, I really like the British. Okay, the British Navy planes are pretty dang awesome. Okay, but I think but my most favorite plane of all time is the Wildcat. I'm being honest, and I like the P-51. I like the P-47. I like the P-38. You know, a lot of the American planes I really do like, and I like zoom and booming. You know, so or boom and zoom, however you want to look at it. But I like doing that, and it's hard to do in a British plane because when you do that, your wings tear off if you're playing realistic. In arcade, no problem. You can zoom and boom all day long, your wings are going to tear off. But the Spitfires, their wings are a little weak. Okay, and that's why in the British chain, I buy the American premium planes like the P-51 and the Hellcat and the Avenger. I bought all those in my British chain because of the wings, mainly, and the fact that they have 50 caliber machine guns as opposed to 7mm. So I think I'm going to start playing the Americans a lot more, but with a heart towards the British. And the name of the squadron is going to change from the 807th Royal Naval Air Squadron to just the 807th Naval Air Squadron, and it can be both British or American. Basically, maybe we can be a multinational force, you know, like the Devil's Brigade or something. We'll be, you know, British and Americans, you know, the ragtag bunch, you know, because when you go into matches as British and American, you can get on the same maps, on the same side, so that's not a problem with team up. So think about that. Check that on the forums. I'm going to start a little thread on the forums and reply to that, you know, with a positive or a negative. I'm still barely started work on my Japanese. You know, I want to do a little bit more Japanese, mainly. Not, I don't personally like the Japanese planes, but I want to build up my Japanese tech tree because I want to be able to compete as Op4 in our custom matches. Okay, so we need recap, and this will be the end. You have 2 weeks to play with me. The reason why you're in a squadron is for team play, not solo play. Attend the website. Attend training when it's offered. And there's going to be a bunch of people kicked. I guarantee it. And we're going to restructure probably to an American/British mixed squadron. It's going to be like a multinational squadron, which I think is kind of cool, actually. Kind of a cool idea. So, but it's all naval. It's going to be like a naval mixed squadron that flies P-51s. Okay, so whatever. All right, well, thanks for checking this video out, and I'm sorry that I yelled at you and, you know, came to bear on you like this. It's really important that you understand that I'm serious about this. If you support me, great. If you don't support me, get the fuck out of my squadron. And dismissed.